need you, I need you, I need your body on me.
Hey everyone, I'm Ash, welcome back to my channel. It is grad season. This vlog is really special to me and I just want you all to know that I'm trying to tell my story and our story in this vlog as much as I possibly can. Just a quick disclaimer, majority of the footage from this vlog is from the previous day, which was our tech rehearsal and like our full grad run. If I was filming during my actual graduation, like especially side of stage, like that is just like really unprofessional, number one, and number two is just getting in everyone else's way and it's really distracting for myself as a dancer. I'm still going to walk you through the actual grad day and there is footage from that day as well. Good morning. Today is the day and I'm so excited. It is grad day. The morning of grad, I was just like, I was filled with fulfillment. Just come so fast. I always dreamed of this moment. Very grateful for this day. I don't know how else to describe it. I felt so exhausted and burnt out, number one. At this point in the year, you've just been dancing like 30-hour weeks non-stop. So much time and energy has built up to this one performance and like there's so much anxiety that's happening because of it, and I didn't feel like completely burnt out, but I was definitely really tired. I had all my costumes set out the night before, all my makeup set out the night before, so I was ready. Started with the low pony and I've just gone with comb and done a middle part. Now it's time for the gel. Lots of this bad boy. I just had 2 hair ties snap. I'm gonna go and curl my ponytail now. Like so. Finished all my curls and now I'm just gonna quickly spray with hairspray. I have the perfect hair, perfectly revived soothing serum that I go in with. And this gets rid of any wisps. Makes the hair look less frizzy and smoother on stage. After I'd done all of my hair and makeup, my dad, my grandma and my auntie came over to my apartment just to like wish me good luck. It was just surreal. I hadn't seen them in months and months. Very special. But at the same time, I also just was like really stressed and just wanted to make sure I had everything in order. Then I packed all of my costumes into a suitcase, my hair, my makeup stuff, because you always want to be ready to do touch-ups. I also had to change my hair halfway through the show. I had to go from a low ponytail to a half up, half down. That was a personal choice just because I felt like the numbers in the second routine more so fitted like a half up, half down, and having like my hair out is a lot more commercial. It's just like fun to have hair to like whip around. And I hopped on the light rail with my little suitcase and headed to NIDA, which is another like performing arts university. I just remember arriving, looking around at the people who had now become my friends, who I had seen grow and develop as an artist and a person throughout the year, and just being filled with so much gratitude. Like it just felt so magical. Long line. Grad day. I just don't even have like the words to describe the feeling. There was excitement in the air.
Hey! We're trying to find our changing room. I have no idea where we're going.
Bubbling nervousness.
I am now backstage. This is our dressing room. I am downstairs. Even though I have quite a lot of fast changes, there's bigger changing rooms down here, so I just decided to go here, have all my stuff sorted and set out. I'll give you a quick tour, but everyone's stuff is pretty much everywhere, so just keep that in mind. So we have a huge costume rack over here that we can put all our stuff on. That is all of my stuff over there, suitcase and that bag. Here we have the lights.
And then we all headed into the theatre for a safety briefing. Safety briefings are a very standard procedure in the theatre world. Like, you always get a safety briefing about where the exits are, what happens when a fire happens at every kind of new theatre you go to. And we had a talk from Lucas and Cassie just to let us know how the day was gonna roll. They just kind of said like how proud they were of us. I remember feeling so blessed because Cassie just worked so incredibly hard to bring out the best in each of us. She just put so much love into her classes and into her routines and into her work. Like that moment where her and Lucas gave us that speech, it was just like a beautiful full circle moment.
Bonnie point. Gosh.
Then we got into our first costume.
Got my pre-workout here, so I've got it prepared in my protein shaker. And this is just gonna give me energy to get through the 2 shows. I'm gonna be peeing off the walls.
Laces was called.
It's grad day! What do we have?
We have like an hour.
An hour, 45 minutes. We have 45 minutes to our first show. And we're in our first costume. This is Louise. Hey, to the vlog! Hello!
Actually, nerve-wracking.
How are you guys feeling?
I'm actually excited because we get to watch you guys first.
Well, I'm actually shitting my pants. And I don't know which end it's going to come out.
How are you feeling?
I am really excited. Hey, Kat.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm about to shit my pants.
Yeah, you too.
You look like you're crying.
Jane.
No, Lucas and Cassie's speech really got to me. I was so cute. Saying like that they're really proud of us and like just they made me like realize I was like, oh my god, this you guys are literally like my little family.
And we went into the wings to begin. And that first routine was done by Stephen Tanos, legend, and it had these like giant stage decks. We used the stage decks a lot throughout our grad piece, and they were on wheels and they were just like constantly moving. I was standing in the wings with my friend Archer and twins and Kim. I think I saw Kim. Yeah, Kim was in the wings with me too. And I remember all of us just like being nervous. Archer was marking Corey, like trying to calm ourselves down but like also hype ourselves up. I just remember looking at my friends with so much love and gratitude in my eyes. I was trying to calm my nerves by just connecting with the floor, as I always do some warm-up exercises. Like, I'm that crazy psycho backstage who's like doing crunches and push-ups, and it was a beautiful moment. Like, the lights were blue. I just remember looking out onto the stage with the haze and just feeling the excitement bubble up and knowing like this moment was so precious because it was only gonna happen once, twice because we had 2 shows, but to just cherish it all, and that's what I really feel like we all did. Being on that stage was the best feeling in the world. I don't even think I felt like nervous per se. We drilled those routines so many times, and I practiced those routines so many times myself as well. After a day of full time, I used to go out onto the grass and practice for like another 45 minutes outside of Brent Street just to make sure that I was like clean and that I took all the notes that the choreographers had given me. And although I probably looked like a crazy person to the outside world, it worked, and I made sure that the routines were sitting in my body because I felt as a dancer that I had a lot more work to do than people who had been there for all of their high school years. Like, I was like always constantly putting in the work. So the fact that it then came down to grad and I like knew deep within myself that I had put in the work just like kind of put my nerves at ease. I was obviously still a little bit nervous, but I wasn't like so nervous to the point I couldn't perform. When the curtain came down, it was like the most hype experience of my life, and everyone was so emotionally drained that they were just like crying and sobbing and laughing and hugging each other, and it was just so incredibly beautiful. Oh, it was just so beautiful. And like people who had been in like BSA, Brent Street High School, throughout their life, just seeing the connection that they had with each other and like watching them be able to celebrate like this like 5-year journey in their dance life coming to a close was so beautiful. Obviously, like personally, I had my own 5-year journey, but my journey at Brent Street was only a year long. Whilst I was obviously celebrating and jumping around and screaming and crying and all the things with them, I found it so beautiful because I was then looking at my friends and just watching them celebrate all of the hard work that they'd ever put in, and I think that that was like one of the most beautiful, special moments.
I am with Arch.
Hey.
We are now backstage. It's Act 2. They're in their Monsieur costume. I'm in my tap costume, looking slay.
Very slay.
How are you feeling?
Excited. Nervous excitement. Excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's just like the
It's gonna be a
moment.
good show, girls.
Oh, 100%.
Hey everybody.
I'm gonna put that in. Oh, no. We are on our lunch break, so we're all sitting here backstage, eating our snacks. What do you got?
These are Sophie's and they're Maltesers.
Love.
I've also been eating these, which are also Sophie's. Australian animals.
Not the stiffing side to side.
My toes keep cranking.
My toe.
As much as I'm excited, I feel like that.
There are so many props.
Yeah, there are.
There is too many curtains being lifted.
Yeah, there's
a lot going on.
There is.
My little brain.
Yeah.
But also I think the stress levels are yeah, people really are acting out. Acting out of order. I feel out of order.
Just so out of focus.
No, I didn't. Hi guys. This is our tech run day.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So we're currently on lunch break and we're about to do the second half. I'm very excited. I only have 2 dancers, no, 3 in the second half. How many do you have?
3. Same.
3. So we're sweet. I've got a very fast change. I go from tap straight to Summer Renaissance. So Danny Wingardin's jazz routine, and it's like back to back, like 30-second change. So fingers crossed we're gonna make it. Did I have any fast changes? And if so, what were they? Okay, let me tell you a little bit of a personal rant. My change was literally 30 seconds, but the costume went from like this silver crop top and flared pants. I go from a blazer, white collared shirt, buttoned up pants to like a whole silver festival outfit. So it's like a change and a half. That's not my first time doing crazy fast changes like this, so it was okay. And I am a very organized person. I like know where my costume is. I had the same person changing me every time. Elastic in my tap shoes, so obviously like it was easier to put on. Every time I did make it with time to spare. However, I'm now backstage and we just finished our last ever run of Act 1. Like, how crazy is that? We're halfway done with the show, halfway done. Let me put you down somewhere. I just found a quiet spot I'm not on for ages, so I'm just like quickly updating you. In one of the shows, I've done 2 shows today. One was a 3:30 p.m. show and one was an 8 o'clock show. Our 3:30 p.m. show, there were some technical mishaps. My tap coat got stolen off of its coat hanger. Someone took my costume because they forgot theirs. At half time, I went to grab my tap costume like I normally did, which had been hung up on the hook, and I literally have video evidence of it being hung up on the hook on that day, so. And so I spent interval like frantically trying to go and find it. Long story short, there was someone in my course who had left their tap blazer at the theatre the night before and literally just like left it on the floor. Now that person did not come and collect it, and that person was in my changing room. So instead of doing the right thing and going to the costume person, which inevitably I had to do, they took my tap blazer, they stole it and took it as their own, and my heart sank. First of all, I was like so confused because I remembered putting it on the hook, I remembered packing it this morning, I remember ironing it and steaming it so that it looked like crisp. I was just shocked. I genuinely didn't know what had happened. After like searching around and panicking, I had to go up at half time, which mind you is only like 20 minutes, to the costume lady and say, I can't find my blazer, I don't know where it is, I don't know if I left it at home, I think someone stole it. Having that moment in grad like definitely was really frustrating because it was kind of like a stab in the gut after all the hard work I'd done, but at the end of the day it was just a costume. She said, oh, someone left it here the night before, and I was like, it's not me. Obviously it doesn't look like that in that situation, so to whoever that person is, or to like dancers out there in general, never ever 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 steal other people's costumes. It's a selfish thing to do, and you're gonna jeopardize someone else's reputation and career. Like obviously not in this circumstance, but never ever ever steal someone else's costume. If you can, go straight to the designer or the person in charge of costuming and go sort it out with them, because stealing someone else's costume, that's just terrible theatre etiquette, terrible. So anyway, that happened. In the end, I did make the fast change and made it on stage, and all is well in the world of grad. We just finished our second to last routine, Danny's routine. And how are you feeling, Louise?
Exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
We went straight from tap into Danny's routine, and I am now dripping in sweat.
Yes,
and
lots of quick changes, that's for sure.
Yeah, very
It's been going good.
It has been. It
We're
has
almost
been.
done.
And do you have one more routine left?
Yes, one more.
Yeah, so we both got Gwen, which is our finale piece, and then we're done. So excited!
Hey, we're Sophie's blurry. Keeps focusing on each other's heads.
Come in, I reckon it'll focus on us. We are currently dressed and ready for our final number, which is our Gwen routine. So it's a 10-minute piece. It's got songs What You're Waiting For, Rich Girl. What else? What's the contemporary one?
Wind It Up. Well, I don't know what the contemporary one is.
A contemporary one. Wind It Up, Sweet Escape, Holla Back, Me, and then a match of everything. So we're all in the pink fluffy outfit, and I'm currently sitting here popping this elastic in half to try and get a strip small enough to put into my shoes to make my fast change into hip hop a bit easier. How are you guys feeling?
I'm a little nervy. Yeah. I feel like the props and everything just is a lot to like get right. Yeah, I just feel like there's so many props that could go wrong, and like the stage is different to the like studio floors. So
What was my favorite routine? My favorite routine. It's so hard because I love them all.
What's your favorite number?
I would probably say Thanos' opening, because it's just so cool. It's so cool. It's just like so creative.
My favorite dance to actually do is hip hop.
Yeah?
My favorite dance. I like Veronica's really good.
Oh,
Yeah. Just
Veronica's.
like, yeah. Just from an audience perspective.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Those look good. My favorite dance to do is Alex's, even though like I'm not in most of it. I mean, like a decent amount, but it just was fun. Like it's like
it's
emotional.
a good dance, yeah.
It's just a fun piece.
The routines are all selected from like the opening and the ending. I wanted more than anything to be in Alex's routine. She was one of my favorite teachers, one of my favorite choreographers. I look up to her a lot as an artist. I think that like the work she creates is absolutely beautiful, and if you haven't seen her before, go check her out because her pieces are beautiful. That routine was really special to me. I feel like that routine, I had this beautiful connection to Izzy and Robbie, who were people that I personally danced with in high school who unfortunately passed away. I felt like in that number I had this beautiful spiritual connection to them and also a spiritual connection to myself. That routine, we had worked so hard on it. Performing it on stage just felt so amazing.
And then my favorite dance to watch, slash in general, I actually don't know.
Yeah, it's very hard.
I feel like they're all kind of good. I like them all.
I think Gwen looks really good. The start and the end of the show is really good. Yeah, they're really good pieces. I love Hit the Road Jack. That's a good one to watch.
Oh, I haven't actually seen it before.
Yeah.
And they come like flying down. All I have in my mind is this image of Daniel flying down like this.
Yeah, like a...
Literally.
Guys, do you want to watch this? I have elastics on my shoes. And watch this. Dancer's hack. Ready? 3, 2. 3, 2, 1. Hey! Oh, look at that. And now I'm ready to go. Without having to tie my shoelaces.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to like slide forward on the chair.
And that is what she's trying to do right now.
I cut it.
Shoes.
Yeah. And the laces have been taken off, so we're just gonna thread it through now.
Okay, I said I was gonna have this in the show run, but I'm lacking. It's coming off.
Which way do you thread a shoe?
On the outside and then it goes underneath.
We're pre-setting our costumes. As the biggest year of our lives came to a close.
We made it! We made it!
And the nerves settled in.
I'm feeling nervy.
All the sacrifices and tears that were shed.
I got into my dream dance school!
It all came down to this. We prepared ourselves to say a final goodbye. To the studios, to each other, to our home, and to the year that changed everything.
If you're thinking about going to full-time dance, I highly suggest it. It was the best decision of my life. That's all for today. So if you want to see part 2 of the graduation vlog series, make sure to subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Mwah!